Hello everyone, Denise from Connectarium to make our reflection of the week of October 19th until October 24th. Mostly a week of new moon still, right? The new moon on the 16th of October. So I would like to encourage you to get to know your chart. There are many websites around the globe. There are the famous astro.com where you can check your chart. If you're here, you're curious about it. So I'm saying this because you can get to know when I'm saying the degrees of the moon, especially new moons, which are new beginnings, and the full moons, which are the peak of the month, you are able to see which areas of your life is most encouraged to do those big changes or these processes, right? So I really encourage you to deep dive into this as a continuous process of co-creation with the universe. We are able to reflect and to act. I'm not encouraging just a passive listening. I'm encouraging you to do stuff with your life. You're alive, you're here, you can do a lot of stuff. And this week we have a gift from the skies, which are Venus, the small benefic, doing great aspects during the week. It's like in the midst of all these transits that we are going through, I don't need to explain them because we are all feeling that. We have this week in a tension month. October is kind of a tension in terms of aspects, but we have this possibility this week to benefit from Venus. I want to say some keywords for us to think about: self-esteem, self-value, right? And other things that I want to say right now. So the self-esteem, self-value, talent, words that has to do with Venus, okay? Talent, faith in yourself, donation, sympathy, empathy, art, desire, beauty, emotional nurture, emotional food, let's say, ethics, appreciation, possibilities, beauty. So all these are words that has to do with Venus, and the point that I would like to emphasize the most is the self-value, right? So all the tensions we are going through, they are a possibility for us to emerge with something new, right? With a third element. When we are pulled in different directions, when we are struggling, we're not finding answers, we are under a tension, it has a reason behind it. The reason behind it is for us to create a third element. What is the third element you need to create? And Venus now is giving us this tip that is all about appreciation, self-value, self-esteem, you taking care of yourself and knowing that you can, right? So right on Monday, we have the meeting between Venus and Jupiter, both the benefics. Venus, the small one, Jupiter, the big one. So it's a first reminder of generosity, of appreciation, of you have a future. You have Venus, it talks about relationship and affection and romance and values. So Jupiter is encouraging us to go beyond, to have the faith, to go for the knowledge, to go for the future, which is a future full of possibilities. Then on Wednesday, the same Venus meets Pluto, the god of the underworld that is already doing a lot this year, putting light into our wounds. But now with this good aspect, Pluto gives a hand and says, okay, come here and I help you heal. I help you regenerate, right? So it's all about intuition, going deep in a positive way. Then on Friday, Jupiter meets Saturn, the big teacher, the old teacher, right? The wizard of the zodiac. So it's about self-discipline, right? To get where you want to be, to be who you want to be, which is yourself, right? You're already there. You're already ready, let's say, but we don't know that. You need self-discipline. You need responsibility. And this aspect says that we're going to have a good judgment about that. So it's a week in the midst of everything, talking about this self-esteem, this self-value, reminding us not to let, not anyone, not anything in your life be in a way of you being entire, of being full of potential, right? So this is an invitation that I really would like you to take advantage of. in a new moon, right? The new moon, which has started in Libra, 23 degrees of Libra. So that's the new start. That's why I said that it's interesting for you to know where it falls into your chart. So Libra talks about relationship, of affection, of exchange with others. And Venus is the ruler of Libra. So right in this lunation that started with Libra, we are having this gift of very good aspects of Venus in the sky. Then on the same Friday, we have the crescent moon happening at 0 degree of Aquarius, right? It's all about innovation, renovation, being open to different kinds of thoughts, right? So 0 degree, new beginning in an innovative sign, which is Aquarius. We are also having another emphasis on this opening of our perspective. Mercury, our intellect, the way we think, in the profound sign of Scorpio, retrograde, which is another indication of revision, throughout October is receiving an aspect of Uranus, inviting us to flip the way we think, open up, open for insights. And when I say open up, don't expect life to be linear, right? One thing after the other, chronological, logical. It's not. Life is non-linear. So when we open up for non-linearity, insights can happen. But you need to have an open perspective to change the way you think. And that's why it's likely when we have those aspects that we receive unexpected news, surprising news, things that put us out of our habitual thinking. So Uranus is inviting that. So get into the journey, depth, because of its in Scorpio, Uranus in Taurus, inviting this change, this flip in the way you perceive things. If you're perceiving one way, try to see the opposite. Try to talk to people that you usually don't talk to, right? Try to read things you usually don't read. So amplify your perspective. The reality happens within your mind, right? So your mind is just one aspect of reality. You are encouraged now to open up that perspective. So the crescent moon talks about what we need to expand and how. So being in Aquarius, 0 degree, it's an invitation to put your projects to work in an innovative way, in a disruptive way, in a way that you were not thinking about before, okay? So what else? We have on Tuesday one aspect that I want to talk about, which is a tension between Mars, the way we act and react, with Jupiter. So it's a lot of energy there. We are blessed with the energy to act. At the same time, being a tensioned aspect, it talks about exaggeration. So overconfidence or promising more than you can fulfill. Just bear in mind that. We also have a changing season this week. So the sun is leaving Libra and it's going to the sign of Scorpio. It's going to soon meet that Mercury I was talking about. So where the sun goes through, it's an invitation of light, right? It's where the light is being put on. So that's the season for us to look deep, to look inside. I know we have been doing that a lot, but this brings a clarity. Being in Scorpio, the sun in Scorpio from the 22nd on until the 21st of November, we are invited to go deep with light, with clarity, right? With courage, with determination. That is all what Scorpio means. So we all the time we have to be cautious about the shadow side of every sign and planet. Everything has an harmonic side and a disharmonic side. So in the shadow side of it, we need to be careful of manipulation, of being composed, to intense and our compulsions. And so on the bright side, be brave, being determined, be intense in a way that you need to find the entire part of yourself. That's what Scorpio is worried about, that we are entire. That's why Scorpio is a sign that is not fearful of the underground, of the underneath, right? It provokes us to see us as a total, as an entire being. So that's the invitation when the season, we're going to talk a lot about the season of Scorpio. Anyway, I wish you take advantage of this week. Think of your self-esteem, self-worth, that you're able to do stuff. You have a future, you have a project, go for it, okay? Enjoy the new moon. I see you around. Take care, bye-bye.